What is going on, everybody? Today we're talking about something that's going on in the world. It's a pretty crazy time, and it's actually affecting industries all over the place, including, the hair system, supply chains, and things like this. Before we get into it, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell below. About 70% of the people that are watching are just finding this channel for the first time, which means that they're just getting exposed to hair system content. It helps a lot. So let's get right into it. With the current situation of things, the COVID that's going around, it's really affected global supply chains, especially things that are originating in and around China. Most of the hair system supply comes out of China and out of Asian countries. Now, this information, most of it is given to me by a couple different sources. One is from Bald Bearded. He is an individual that is on this channel right here, as well as someone who is an avid supporter of content inside of the hair system community. You can find him over at Hair Loss Talk. Unfortunately, you probably won't be able to sign up for the website. It's been kind of borked. It's been completely locked up for a year and a half. I can't even sign up for it. But he told me this directly. He's posted about it on the forum, and I've also talked with my stylist who I get systems from as well, and we've all kind of discussed a similar thing, and that is that hair system supply is getting very, very low, especially in certain colors, and you need to be prepared for that. You need to be prepared for your hair system to not be available immediately in a week or two now. This is something that may take weeks, maybe even months to get your order, especially if you're doing something custom, all right? Now, this is really, really the case if you're in specific colors, especially those that are darker. Like 1B is a color that is running extremely low and is almost completely out at most suppliers. If your supplier actually has some of these units still in stock, I highly recommend getting an extra unit or two. Get a unit or two, because it is going to be a while before you can get those units. If you are running on the end of your unit right now, this is something that you need to leave this video and you need to go order a unit right now. Now, how does this affect custom orders? Well, those are getting way, way, way backed up, because if the supply for the units, for stock units, isn't there, they're going to switch over. People are going to buy custom, so there's more custom orders, and it's just taking a much longer time. And not only that, but delivery times are much, much longer, 2 to 3 times longer. So what is the reason for this? Well, first, the border to North Korea has been opened up, which means that anything that was in process has already been released. On top of this, North Korea isn't allowing the import of human hair. So these Chinese suppliers are actually trying to hire back knotters of the hair systems to fill that void. And they're also trying to find new ones as well. Now, keep in mind that knotting a hair system takes, I think it's around 40 hours of work, which is insane to think about. That 40 hours goes into this. So what you can expect with that, because this supply chain of how hair has been knotted is changing, there is a potential that the cost of hair systems are going to go up as well, and that the labor costs associated with them are going to go up, and that'll drive up the price. And that's natural, right? Of course, this is affecting hair system suppliers outside of China. China's feeling it the most, but even places like Vietnam are experiencing some more pressure in the supply chains. And guys, this is natural. I mean, it's not like the world is ending. It's just the fact that there's a event going on in the world that's affected trade. It's affected work. It's affected a lot of different things, and it's backing up the supply chains that this industry relies on. So if you're looking to get a unit, your first unit, or you need a unit, I highly recommend that you start getting involved in it now. Someone that I've talked to recently has said they're looking at 3 months for a custom order. That's someone that I've inquired with, 3 months. So it is what it is. Well, I'll get it when I get it, but it'll take some time. Now let's talk a little bit about what you can do to kind of circumvent this, right? So Getting new units may be a little bit harder right now, especially for some colors than others, but that doesn't mean that's your only option. You have to wait. The other thing that you can start to utilize, right, is extending the lifespan of the current unit that you have on. So what does that mean? That means making sure that you're decreasing the amount of friction that your hair system is being exposed to, right? So make sure you have that silk pillowcase. Make sure, you know, you're not putting tons of hats on, you're not putting helmets and things like that on your hair system. Just try to take it easy in that sense. Preserve the color. So one, wear some leave-in conditioner that has some UV protectant, you know, like a sunscreen. Make sure that you're taking care of the color. So get a color corrector, so that way the tone of the color does not transform and leave you with a mismatch and leave you kind of out to dry, because that's not something that you really want. Make sure that you're using leave-in conditioner to keep it conditioned. Make sure, if you need be, you're not getting glue stuck in the knots of the hair. That way it's pulling it out and you're getting a lot of lossage of the hair system durability because of that. You don't want to have a system that's losing hair because you're just trying to extend the bond a little bit more. If you have to, change out the bond a little bit more regular. That way it comes out easier and it's less wear and tear on it. You know, there's a lot of different things that you can do. If you have only a unit, or you know, you don't have the correct color unit, something that you could potentially do is you could get a unit in a different color and then you could have it dyed to be your correct color. Now this is something that's probably going to take some color science, and what I'd recommend is seeing a color stylist. Of course it's going to drive the price back up, but if you're in a pinch and you can't get a system in the correct color, you know, you might be able to get it dyed to the correct color with a stylist that does the work for you manually. So, you know, these are just some thoughts, guys. I'm sure that this situation will eventually resolve itself and the supply chains will pick back up, but we just want to be smart and you know, think forward, think ahead, and don't get caught with your pants down. All right, so guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell below, and if you want to join in and help me destigmatize hair loss, make sure to check me on Patreon, which is, the link is in my description below. We'll catch you soon.